Let's go.
Okay, it is officially recording.
I can't see Monica.
I can't help but laugh. If y'all knew the conversations that was having before I hit this record button, but thank God we did not record that because I don't know how to edit. So this is the group Zoom with my homies, my A1s. I have known them more of my life than I have not known them. Elementary, junior high, high school. These my broads. So our conversation today is going to be about what it's like when your friend gets diagnosed with MS. So I already did a blog post about it, letting y'all know what was going on. I'll introduce everybody, but I'm saying it now before we even start. There is going to be cussing. And if you are sensitive to cussing, I recommend you do not watch this video, okay? So there's going to be cussing. There's probably going to be some crying. I think me and Selena are only ones who got tissue. The other ones are not prepared. So hopefully they don't cry.
Geez.
Pasta.
I got my shirt. I have my shirt. It's fine.
I did say they some hardcore broads on there. I don't know if y'all read it, but I called y'all some hardcore broads. So they might not cry. I don't know. We just prepare for it, just in case. So I'm gonna start over here. That's Selena. She's fussing at somebody.
Don't start with me. CJ was in here looking for noodles. Like, wait, I'm not ready.
In the office?
No, you can find them in the refrigerator. So I missed about three minutes of whatever it was you just said.
It's all right. You can watch the video later. So it's Selena. Then it's Sharon. I don't know, because I'm just going by how my video is going. I don't know if everybody's video is going to look like this. Then that's Monica, and then that's Delana. So like I said,
that's how mine is listed.
More of my life than I have not known them. I know Monica all like M Hunt. Like, who that?
I didn't type that.
M Hunt, who this?
The phone
I did. When
You
I switched, it's the phone. My computer did it when I switched from my phone to my computer. Enough about me.
Is it your email, M Hunt?
Yeah, it is.
That's why. It's your email, the way your email is listed.
Enough about me. Okay, so I went back and I looked at the group chat, and Delana said she wanted to go first in this. You changed your mind?
I know, damn, no, because y'all too eager to take my spot, so I'm going. too much thirst. Too much.
Okay,
the thirst is real.
I don't know, and it's
I'm
crazy
going, man. Just because Monica wants it.
Well, I'm doing Monica and Selena kind of together, but separate at the same time. So it's up to you.
Bring me some tissue. Bring me some.
She said,
why can't I go with Sharon then?
Here's Sharon.
Why me and Sharon can't be together?
I'm together, but y'all still can't talk at the same time as your freaking geniuses.
No.
Wait a minute. No. Why Selena? Why
feel
y'all
better.
get to go together, but I can't go with Sharon?
If you feel better, you can go with Sharon.
No, the reason why I'm
support.
saying it, listen, the reason why I'm saying it is because
bring me the roll.
she said, no, bring me the
They brought you a toilet paper roll. Goodness.
It's like two squares off some shoes, but bring me two
Let's
squares.
put it together.
Wait, let's pull it together.
Hey, Selena, get your partner.
My partner. Oh, I'm everybody's partner.
Hey,
So
man,
orgy.
bro, you just came and gave me this, man.
Oh my goodness. What you gonna do with that? No, the reason why I was saying Selena and Monica are kind of gonna go together, but separate, is because they actually went to the Cleveland Clinic with me when I got my official diagnosis.
I'm telling it.
Okay, you can, I mean, you gonna still get to tell it. The hell?
Okay,
I'm just saying that's why I'm kind of letting them go together. So
I don't think I've ever heard that story.
right. So
well,
this
you will
will be a
tonight if you
story.
shut up.
It was more Monica than me, though. Monica drove her down.
But we ain't talking about nothing but whatever.
Hey, was Monica late though? That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, how late were you for your appointment, Monica?
Just a little late.
She was a little late to get me, but we didn't show up late for the appointment. So
You
she got
lie.
me.
How do you remember? It was like 10 years ago. You can't possibly remember that.
Oh,
can't
you're
hear
muted.
you.
I know. I
Good.
remember.
That's why God muted you. Because she know it was a lie.
You're like, what?
Anyway, Delana, spit it out.
So
I
okay.
didn't get asked no question, bitch. What
Hey, behave, heifers.
Ebony, you're gonna have to be like, order in the court.
I know I'm supposed to be the moderator, and I can't even keep it together. So
she about to hit a bottle of Hennessy.
So I don't remember. So Sharon had mentioned something the other day about when I had told her. I'm not going to tell your story, Sharon, but I don't even remember that. So my question to you, Delana, is when did you find out? How did I tell you? I don't even remember. Do you remember?
I don't know what I did last week.
Shit, me either.
I don't.
So let's just say when you found out, do you remember how you felt when you found out or what you thought about it?
So I remember, I don't remember when it was, but I remember being sad, you know, because I'm in healthcare. And so I understand the gravity of that, the weight of that. I know the path of that. And so I just remember being sad for my friend, which I consider my sister, one of my sisters. Yeah. So yeah, I just remember being sad.
I get it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to tell y'all. So I was talking to my boss the other day, and I was just telling her that we were doing this, and so then she just started going in about how she felt, and it made me. I actually started crying. I mean, I didn't boo-hoo cry, but it was like tears came in my eye, and I'm like, damn, I never thought about how y'all felt about this, and I think maybe because I never thought how I felt about it. You know what I'm saying? I never really processed my feelings about it. I just get up and do me. So I want to apologize for that first. Never actually.
Don't worry about us.
I know, but still, never thinking about how y'all felt about it and what y'all going through and what y'all having to deal with and how y'all could possibly be worried about me. So I'm sorry I laughed after that. I meant that though.
Yeah.
But I'm laughing because I'm thinking of the time that we were all together. That was at your dad's party and
Not my dad.
Talita and Delana's dad. I'm sorry.
It wasn't a reverend. Pastor Wellbone had a party at the Peacock.
And how we were like, you was trying to carry me. That
yes, Talita deleted that fucking video.
I didn't mean to, but there is a picture.
My legs was weak that day. It's all right.
No,
They were weak that day.
That was the funniest shit. But I
Sharon,
want
we
to
can't hear you.
Sharon, would you
Oh,
say?
Delana trying to carry Ebony was an epic failure. I said, me and my
Yes.
rescue.
I think we laughed for what, 20 minutes off of that shit? Maybe a half hour.
Yes. I was having a bad leg day. It's cool.
All
Okay,
right.
you have to put that picture on your blog.
Oh my
so they can
goodness.
see
I
that-
think I got it in our group chat. I'm gonna have to put it on there. So I just wanted to say that when we go out, Delana is always like so overprotective of me. I noticed it the most her. Not saying nobody else is, but she is always the one that's like grabbing my arm when I like walk off the curb. She's always the one of
That's because she be drunk. She do that to everybody.
She really be trying to get you to hold her up, huh, Ebby?
Hey, some people won't let you shine. You don't get your turn, Monica, but stop
Sorry.
trying to take my shine.
Sorry.
right.
Yes, have to turn. That's funny you say that because I don't even notice that. I even do that.
Ask you, like, do you do that intentionally, just knowing that, hey, she might need help coming off this curb? I know what she's going through, or is it just like, what the hell? It's just something.
No, I think it's intentional, because I always want to make sure you're good, but I didn't, it's like a natural reaction. I don't think about it. I just kind of just do it.
Yeah. It's so funny, but I noticed it because you were like always so protective, even when we were in Cancun. And I was like, no, Monica, get in the front. I ain't gonna wipe her little skinny ass out. When we was walking down them steps.
Oh, I know. She wouldn't let me walk with her. She thought,
Which steps?
She questioned
we
my
was
strength.
up on the top part of the roof. Not Cancun, sorry,
day.
Tulum. When we was in Tulum, the second time we went.
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
They were extremely steep.
Yeah.
But what's funny, you say that, Ryan and Cedric said the best part of the trip was like watching our friendship. He said me, you, and Monica's friendship, that they said that was like the best part like of the trip to witness a friendship like that. Yeah. I was like, oh,
that was dope.
Those are my bitches.
Yeah. That was dope.
Yeah, Ryan is not emotional. So for him to even say that is just like,
Yeah. That was
he's got no feelings.
Even then, okay, so then I'm gonna ask you this, Delana, because Monica, you got some other times to say it. When I was walking on the beach and I fell, How did you feel? Because I thought the shit was funny. Everybody else did not.
I felt sad. I was just like, and then, you know, it's weird because I was just like, damn, I think, and I just, you know, it was like two mix of emotions. Like I felt sad, and then I was like, damn, this bitch is, she's, you know, you're so strong. And I don't know if you realize like how strong you are. Cause I was like, you know, if that was me, even with a lot of things, I'm like, I think I would be like a mess. But you own everything. You know, you take everything with stride, whatever disability you have, you don't discount yourself. You do everything to your full ability, you know, everything that we do. Even when we went to the Bahamas, you know, we took like, I mean, that was a long ass walk, you know, for me, you know, but you still made that walk. You know, like, you know, it was, yeah. So, you know, you take
Just
everything
stay with us, huh,
with
Sharon?
stride. And even though, you know, we got you up off the sand, and I was like, this bitch is strong. You know, I was sad, but then I was proud of my friend, you know, because how strong you are. Because you know, sometimes I think about that. I'm like, I don't know if I could take everything in stride like that, you know. So I hope you give yourself credit.
I probably don't.
Yeah, you should.
You.
You should, because I think you push through a lot of shit because, you know, sometimes that's just what you have to do. But you should take time and you know, acknowledge your strengths and how strong you are for taking everything. And like, you know, I know I can't do X, Y, and Z, but I'm gonna do this, you know, and I'm still gonna try. You know, you and Monica being at the gym at 12 o'clock at night, you know, might have been drunk, but you know, still at the gym. But you know, to even still get, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, I hope you give yourself credit. I don't think we've ever had like that kind of conversation, you know, about like that. You know, we all just we laugh and joke a lot. But you know, I don't think we ever have like those serious conversations. And none of us really want to cry because we're not criers, because we're strong women. But you're muted again.
Who, me? Who's muted?
Yeah, you just went out.
No, I wasn't talking over you. I was just mouthing it. Because you
Oh, okay.
Talking.
I can't read lips though.
But I was saying right.
Oh.
With some hard chords.
Yeah. I was like, what? I don't know.
Like, what you say? Look, and I don't even know why I'm doing it, because I can't read lips. If one of y'all was mouthing some shit, I'll be like, what did she say? I can't read.
So she trying to trick us then. Selena looked like she fanning in church. I'm
having a whole hot flash. My feet is sweating. I ain't got on no socks.
I am not looking forward to that when that happens.
I've been having these since I was 36. Sorry.
Okay. Well, thank you, Delana.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you all for coming on this call with me. Y'all didn't have to do it, but kind of.
We absolutely had to do it. What are you saying?
Sharon looks like she's on a counseling panel interview on the bottom out. Sharon, so what are your thoughts on the interview we just conducted?
Things like Selena got.
You're up next. That was your segue.
So did you want to go next, Sharon?
Well, first let me say Delana definitely has her code switching voice on. Let's just say that.
Oh, well.
Full blown Tony Robbins.
I
know.
Oh,
Tony
no.
Robbins.
You thought she was still at work.
I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice.
Yeah. So Ebony, when you first met me, I told you guys in the group that I remember I was little Roy, he was still a baby, but he was pretty young. And I remember giving him a bath, and you called and you were just like, well, I just have something to tell you, and I just wanted it to come from me, even though Delana had already told me.
Hey, you dry snitching? That's
Who you right under the bus?
That's all the way snitching.
Hey,
I need another partner.
Nah, you wanted her.
Partner.
right,
She
you
done already
wanted,
pulled out her.
You keep her.
Snitched on me.
right, but you called and you told me, you said, well, so I have MS, and then you just start cracking up laughing. And I'm like on the other end, like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? Like, Like, you just laughing the whole time. And I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to ask you questions and you just like, are just laughing like hysterically, like this shit is like some kind of joke and I'm over here trying to process it all. And then you were like, you were telling me that you told me that you had to go to, that you went to the Cleveland Clinic and stuff. And then I can't remember how we ended the conversation, but I just remember just kind of feeling helpless. Like what can I do to help you? And I think like my mind just automatically went to the worst of the worst. And it's probably just like Delana was saying, because we work in healthcare. And immediately I just thought about some of the adult patients that I would see. But I never got a chance to see patients when they were in the early stages. Like typically when I would see them, they were in care level facilities where they require help. And so that's where my mind automatically went to. And I guess, and then I just kept thinking like, well, how is this going to affect Ebony? Like, is it going to be your speech? Is it going to be your balance? What's going to happen? And I'm trying not to cry right now. So, but I guess I didn't know like what I could do. And then I felt like, well, there's nothing I can do to help you or to make you feel better or to make it okay or just anything. And I don't know, like it was just a ball of emotion, just thinking like, how do you get by every day? Like, and then seeing you, and I think the first time, actually it's funny because the first time I really saw you and got to spend a lot more time with you after you got your diagnosis was when me, you and Monica were at that, it was some kind of event where we took that picture and we had on those dresses. Do y'all remember that? I can't remember.
I found that picture the other day.
Yeah. I'll have to send it to you.
Oh, God. She's about to go get it.
I got it in
Right here. It's right
Hey,
here.
get your crotch out the camera.
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate behavior.
You like it? You like it?
Is it mine?
They're like, wait, what's happening?
Put it on the glass.
Am I in that picture?
No, you're not.
Am I in the picture?
I'll show y'all later, but I got it.
It wasn't
It's like
my
right
first
there.
time seeing you after you had the diagnosis, but it was my first time being around you for a long, long time. And I just remember like watching you walk, and then like the therapist in me is like studying your gait and looking at your balance and seeing, if you need a cane or if you need, but it was really amazing seeing how well you were getting around. And I did admire that in you, just like Delana was saying too, just your strength and just the fact that you were still doing literally every single thing by yourself. And it's like, I love it, but I hate it because I hate that you don't ask for help when sometimes your ass needs to. Yep. And that's hard, especially knowing that, like, especially with me and Monica, we live right around the corner, but it takes like you got to practically be laid out on your back, can't move or can't get up before you actually.
For 2 days.
Yeah. And
You need one of them call for help lights, Debbie.
So
She wouldn't use
I'm
it.
falling and I can't get
right,
up.
that's what I'm saying. Like she just like try to do everything and things
I need to put a camera in her house.
are difficult for us. You still do it. So, and I still got a picture camera from when we were in the Bahamas and me and Selena was walking out to the water with you and we almost fell and we was trying to take the selfie, but we was falling back.
I remember that.
Yeah, me and Delana seen it from behind. And I got a picture.
No, remember, so who was that? That was me and Selena. We took a picture and we turned around and remember
He was in the sand.
Yes. Remember taking a whole selfie and we turned around and Ebony's on the ground and
she ain't say shit either. She fell all quiet.
No. She was trying to get that.
But her thing was like, nice. She do something, she'd be like, I'm okay.
Right. It's like when a kid fall and you be like, safe.
She played that one.
Okay, you okay?
No, she
all right.
No, she played that one so our little friend could pick her up out the sand. I forgot that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to put your titties on it, didn't you?
Ma'am, This is a rated a PG-13 podcast.
Not really.
maybe?
We just had Monica's crotch in the camera. We're fine.
Oh.
It wasn't full-blown crotch.
It was
That's
like a
full
lip.
exposure.
It was a lip.
It's enough to get you an OnlyFans, Monica.
Hey,
Them
I
little
heard he
fans
only
only
get
pay.
25%.
What's called OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Right.
Don't act like you don't know what it's called,
Send
man.
me some stars.
And I'm sweating, and I don't know if it's because I'm nervous or what.
Take that hat off, bitch. You at home. Take your coat off.
I
She's
can't take
at
off my
home.
coat. I don't want my thigh all in the camera.
You know this is recorded.
I know. It's just a thigh.
I don't even know what it is. I doubt anybody that's listening to it knows what it is, unless she tells us. Because
But now that we're talking about it, everybody's gonna Google it.
They can. I got my crooked nipple fixed, y'all.
Anyway,
All right,
Google
it's Monica's turn.
how you just gonna put my turn?
Because I think you need to do some work, bitch.
Ooh.
Your daddy just left. No, I'm just playing. So,
okay, so I mean, y'all technically knew before I went to the Cleveland Clinic, but do you want to
who you
talk
talking
about
to?
you and Selena both?
Oh,
but-
I don't need a segue. I can tell my own story.
Oh, well,
Oh,
tell
she
your
came
story.
for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
what had
Got the tea.
happened
The
was,
tea.
so Ebony was like super active at the time, and her mom used to walk like 1,000,000 miles every morning. So I'm like, I had Caleb, and my baby fat was turning into toddler fat, and he was like older. So I'm like, okay, I gotta lose some weight. And plus, I wanted to get out the house anyway. So, because I was divorcing that idiot. So I remember me and Ebony used to talk all the time, like all the time. So we kind of knew some of the little symptoms. The stuff had started off long before she had got her diagnosis. So she little things was happening, and she was playing Google Doctor. So basically she had really diagnosed herself, I don't know, 6 months to a year before we went to Cleveland Clinic.
I
Wasn't
didn't
it?
know that, Ebony.
No, it was 2 years.
Yeah, it was a long time.
It was 2
Because I
years.
remember I was going through the divorce still, and we used to walk every morning. I used to walk so fast that I had to run to keep up with her, the way she was walking. I'm like, what the hell?
One step away from a brisk run.
I'm listening, but my battery dying.
So-
I'm about to grab my charger.
So she had just started having little small symptoms like numbness and little small things. So it's kind of like, when somebody, just, I don't know, this may be a bad story
Example.
comparison, but like when somebody gets sick and then they pass slowly versus somebody who just pass out of the blue, like how it hits you different when you have
You
time
watch
to
it.
kind of prepare for it. Like you're still sad, but it's different because you have time, or you walking through them with it. So I kind of had time to process it, and we both have been looking up symptoms for so long and talking about different symptoms as they come, because like with MS, it don't all happen at once with most people. Like some people it does, but most people that pay attention to their bodies, it doesn't happen all at once. So little things that a lot of women maybe ignore, she was having those signs and she recognized them, and we used to talk about them like every day and how they would change for her. And I think that it was a little more noticeable because she was so active. So her being not as active is really only the only difference for me, but she's still just as active, which is weird. So
Yeah, she
I
pushes through.
think so it really affected me huge, like big time. Because she had went to several doctor's appointments, and that's another thing about MS. It's really hard to diagnose. So she had already went to the doctor several times here, and they really couldn't tell her nothing, just what it looked like or what they thought it was. But we made an appointment, and Selena was already working. Selena was working at the Cleveland Clinic at the time. So Ebony had an appointment there with the doctor, and me and her took one day off and drove up there, and Selena met us at the hospital. And we all went to an appointment together. And we were sitting in the examination room. And I remember this like it was yesterday. The nurse came in, and I had already thought that I had known everything that she was going through because we talked so much, like every day. But then she got the naming off symptoms, and the nurse started asking her things. And she was going through stuff that she hadn't told me about. And I remember her talking about the MS hug or the MS squeeze. And it's like where they feel a tightness like around their torso. And that's one of the main signs of MS.
I remember reading that.
And I hadn't remembered her telling me that she had felt that. And then when she admitted to it in the examination room, and I already got Ebony's permission to tell some stuff, that hit me hard because I had just lost a friend from school, Aisha, to a disease that we didn't know she had. So when she talked about that particular symptom, you guys didn't know, but I was like, I gotta use the bathroom. And I had to get out of there quick because I went in the bathroom and bawled like a baby. Because it just reminded me of how important it is to, spend time with people you love and let them know that you care about them, because you just don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And I wish I had had more time with Aisha, to let her know how much I still loved her. And I was going to make sure that I was going to be all up in Ebony's business from here on out, in case nothing, in case something happens with her. But it could have been any of us, for real. I mean, it could have been any of us. And she's encouraged me a lot because I get lazy, and now she's going to the gym and I'm sitting at home like, I ain't going to the damn gym. But I'm like, if Ebony can get her ass up and go to the gym, I can go to the gym. Mm-hmm. So it's that. And then it's also an autoimmune disease. And I was scared to go overseas. And I said, shoot, if Ebony going, I'm taking my ass to Tulum. And I had the best time of my life. So you've been a really big inspiration. And I appreciate you. And I wish that you wouldn't be so, I mean, I admire it in you, your independence, but I wish that you wouldn't be so independent that you can't call us more. Like, I will admit that you do call me. Like, if you need something big moved or something reached high, you call me. But I'm gonna need you to call me for like other stuff too. Like me and Sharon live right around the corner. So we take pride in doing that stuff for you too. So it's not just for you, it's for us too.
Right.
Okay, that's it. That's all.
Oh, thank you.
Help us feel useful.
Oh, I feel useful.
Whatever. Whatever.
Just more.
But and so I was one time we were on our book club call, and I was just talking to them, and I don't know what book we were reading at the time, but I was just like, I feel weird asking for people to do stuff for me when I feel like I can still do it for myself. That's one, not just because I'm being super independent, but I feel like I can do it for myself. And then two, I said, I don't want to burn y'all out. And I know that's my thinking. I don't even look at me. I know that's.
I wish my family felt like that.
Right.
You better say it.
And we'd tell you, we'd be like, bitch, no. Like,
like, do
but
that shit yourself.
Me, I'll be milking
that
shit. I'll be milking it. Like, y'all know I got MS. So come take this trash
Oh my God. Thank God, Monica.
It's not her. I know, because look, the one night she went to the gym and she's talking about she was dead and she wanted one of us to come carry her out the gym. I was like, I can drag you out. She's like, no, you gotta pick me up. I was like, no, I probably can't pick you up, but
I can drag you.
It's just like, there may come a time when I actually do really need help. So I feel like if I'm always asking y'all for stuff now when I'm okay, they'd be like, damn, she always fucking calling us for something, you know? And I don't, and that's my thinking. I know it's not y'all thinking. That's just my thinking, that I don't want to burn people out for when if it ever comes a time where I actually really need help. I don't want to have burned y'all out. But that's me. And you know what they told me on our Zoom, on my book club call? They were like, yeah, no, people don't think like that. I just still haven't
That's in your head.
I know, I just still haven't adjusted yet, but I do ask y'all for stuff now. You know, I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
Monica and Sharon more so than me and Delaney because we're further away.
Delaney, are you in the
There's a-
toilet?
No, I'm sitting on the phone. My battery.
It do look like you in the bathroom.
Does it? It's
For
not.
the
And you
echo,
disappeared for a second.
No, my battery has to charge. Don't come for me. No, I think, you know, in general, I think, you know, I don't know if even prior to MS, did you even like asking for help then? You know, we're all strong-willed women. Your mouth, I don't know those mouth, well, you know, I can't breathe this again.
No, I said
Yeah.
no, I
So,
didn't.
you know, you have to take in consideration that there's that, right? Even before that, I don't like asking for help. You know what I'm saying? It has things have to be really, really bad for me to be like, I need some help. You know, so that, and then you add that you're still trying to maintain your independence while asking for help, you know, is it's a balancing act.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. I don't know. I know I'm working on it, y'all. Y'all just gotta work with me. I'm working on it. I'll get there. I'll get better at allowing people to help me. Oh, I thought she was flicking me off. Didn't it look like she was flicking me off?
No, she's not used that finger yet.
I know her
Not
finger was
yet.
long. Long. Looked like her middle finger.
Don't come for me.
All right. Okay.
Okay, Selena. So do you want to, I'm gonna, if you want to tell us your way, you can tell it your way. Or if you want me to prompt you, whatever.
You can prompt me a little bit because I don't remember what year that was. Honestly, I don't remember what year. I remember it started out with your vision, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You talking about your eyes and them going blurry. And I remember saying, Evan, you probably just need your eyes checked. You know, like nothing wrong with you. You know, because we don't assume the worst, but
Right. Yeah. So I think probably more or so, I guess, then we can start with the Cleveland Clinic, because I know it's something else that popped in my head, but I cannot think of it for the life of me, and I don't know why. But
there's so many things with your MS that come to mind for me. I remember when we went to Dallas and remember we went to that club and you lost your balance. And I think that was like right after
I was,
and you fell in the club.
yes.
And so for me,
Fell in the club.
she fell in the club. We went to
weren't there.
R&B night or something. Patty was with us. And
Oh,
Ebony
that's when
fell.
you
We
guys
looked at it and
broke
Ebony was
down.
on the ground. You remember that, Delaney?
No, I don't.
You don't
But I
remember
remember
that?
y'all driving down. I can't, you know, I can't remember so many things.
You
I
might have
can't.
been tipsy, but you
Was I
Ebony
there?
fell in the club. And she just, it's like her legs. I wouldn't say it was a fall because it was like her legs just gave out. And that was my first time seeing.
Yeah, that's a fall.
But when I
Any
think of fall, I
unplanned
think
destination is a
you done
fall.
tripped. I feel like she just went down. Let me say it that way. In my mind, she went down.
It was.
And so that was my first time seeing a visual correlation between what she had told me and what was actually happening with her. It was like, you know, it was in my head. I had Googled it, but the visual part of it, it made it real.
Yeah.
And you know, me being 2 hours away, I don't see everything that y'all might see. And so, you know, and then at the time, you know, the kids were smaller. And I just remember, you know, thinking like, damn, I wish I was closer so that I could help. And, you know, because I'm like, okay, is this the first time it happened? You know, what happens if you're by yourself or you're in the shower and this happens, you know, or you bump your head? And I just remember having this plethora of thoughts and emotions behind it. And but more so, okay, is my friend that I've known since the third grade going to be okay? And not really being able to say that, because I think in our group, you know, even with you just, you know, being strong all the time, we also try to be strong with our emotions also. Like Monica saying she went into the bathroom to cry. For whatever reason, we don't have that vulnerability about us as a circle, which is fine. But I remember saying, okay, I gotta, you know, get myself together because I gotta make sure you good. or whatever, and not being able to let that out at that moment. And I remember sitting on it for a while. It was probably a couple months before I was just like, wow, that shit's real. Actually having felt and letting myself process the emotion behind it. And then more recently, you know, like us going, like we were saying, going to the Bahamas, you know, in between that, the Cleveland Clinic visit, you and I traveling together to Mexico and actually having to get you through security, and Ebony not wanting a wheelchair, you know, things like that. You know, she wants to push through, and, you know, we got this, these situations where, you know, it's a wait. Like one time when we were coming back from Mexico and we had a delay.
Yeah.
We got stuck, and I'm like, Ebony, you need a fucking wheelchair. And, you know, we got to skip security, so that part was great.
I'm gonna say we VIP at the airport. That's
you VIP with Ebony, I'll say that. So, you know, but on the opposite side of it, it's like, you know, she don't really want it to be, you know, that kind of situation where, you know, she has to have the wheelchair.
right.
It's like, let me try to get through it on my own, which I respect. And, you know, like Monica said, you know, just kind of, and my thoughts are kind of all over the place, and I apologize, but just watching you doing the plank challenge more recently, and then the, how do you say the bike name? The Inkerling bike?
A linker.
A linker. A linker.
The bike, you know, just being inspired with that bike, and you raising money for the bike, and all these things that you do is motivating in a sense. And it's just like, wow, you know, you just don't give up, you don't quit, you don't let it kill your spirit. And it really is inspiring, you know what I'm saying? But on the opposite side of it, you hear the stories of the people that have had MS and or have MS, and some of the people that we've known, that we've gone to high school with, and hearing their situations. And in the back of your head, you kind of like, okay, you pray every night like this, that doesn't end up being your story. Right. You know, and that part has been hard when you see people with it that are worse off. And I remember it was a situation with your medication, and you didn't want to take the meds that they were prescribing you. And I remember asking you more than once, like, are you sure you don't want to take them? And you were adamant, like, I'm not taking that shit. So, and I'm like, let me just leave her be. But, you know, I was pushy with it because I want us to be old going into the Airbnb, like Delana tagged us in the other day. And I want us to be old falling down steps and then saying this shit, you know what I'm saying? And I just, you know, I pray every night that, you know, God keeps giving you the strength that you have, and keeps your spirit positive, because I think that is part of your strength. I think that you are strong because your spirit is strong. A lot of people would let that diagnosis get them down. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. Get them down. But I think your spirit is what keeps you going. You never let it like hinder you, and you never let you get stuck. Like, you know, it's kind of like, okay, well, yeah, I got it, but I'm gonna get up and dust myself off, and I'm gonna keep fucking pushing. Yeah. And, you know, I admire and love you so much for that, because it's amazing to watch. I'm like, this half out here doing planks and I can't do 10 seconds.
I've not done one. I've not done one.
I'm about to get in on this plank challenge because Ebony, you're whooping my ass.
Yeah, I've not done one. I didn't do one.
But you are very inspiring, friend, a sister friend. And, you know, I look forward to seeing not how far this disease is going to maybe hinder you, but how far you can go with the strength that you have, and your motivation and your spirit and everything, because you ain't let it beat you yet.
Nah, I can't.
Not yet. I ain't seen, like I said, like they say, even when you have fallen, it's like, I'm okay. And we all like,
right.
And like, I'm okay.
Yeah, she laughed when she fell, but I was like mad.
We be scared and mad, and we be scared and mad.
And I'm looking around like I dare anybody to laugh. I'm kicking somebody's ass.
We can laugh.
Like she the only one can laugh.
But nobody else. I just want you to know it's okay that, when some days you're not at your best. It's okay if some days, you're not okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah.
And that goes for all of us, because like I said, I think we all have this firm exterior up, and I just think life is okay to not be okay. I tell myself that sometimes because, I don't like to cry. Just get myself together just now. But it's okay.
Ron, are you okay?
I am. I'm just processing everything. So I cry. So don't mind me. Actually, I'm a little teary-eyed right now. But I'm a crier.
Why? What are you thinking?
Yes, express.
Y'all gonna make me really cry.
Oh,
okay.
Oh shit, it's coming. Let it out, baby.
I think with you going through this, I regret all the time that I missed,
Oh no.
and that really makes me sad. It does.
Okay, now you about to make me cry. Don't you
No,
dare.
I
it
know,
really
right?
does.
Damn.
Definitely got me. Woo.
I know.
I get you.
And it makes me just really appreciate all of our friendship, and I don't ever want anything to really ever come in between that anymore. And I want to always be apart, and so I don't want to miss that time with you.
Aw.
And I feel like I was so caught up in my own life at that time, and I wasn't there for you as much as I really would have liked to be. And it really does get to me sometimes. So the time that I get to spend with you now, I truly cherish it.
Aw.
I know. Don't.
Well, don't feel bad about that. We all compensate for each other.
I mean, I
You
know,
know?
I just
But I feel like that sometimes too,
I mean,
Sherrod, 'cause
I truly do. And we laugh and we joke all the time, but even like stupid stuff like sending memes through our group chat, is I mean, I do cherish those moments. I really do. And so I don't want you to ever feel like if you need something or like you're gonna be a bother, because you're not.
right. And I think we all mean that, Ebony, like emotionally, physically, financially, whatever it is you need. We sisters in this shit.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? We got a bond that has gone back decades, and ain't nothing none of y'all could ever need that I would not figure out how to make sure we got it done.
Right. Say that.
You
And I
know?
feel the same way about y'all. Just because I'm supposed to be handicapped, don't
You
mean
are not handicapped. I don't
That's why I
believe
said
that.
supposed to be. Supposed
Oh, supposed to be.
that does not mean that I still can't help y'all. I don't care. Like trips to the airport.
Oh, I'm gonna
Right,
work
'cause
you when
Ebony
you
be
get
the
to
first one.
Dallas.
Like, I'll pick
Thank
you
you,
up.
Ebony.
We
I'm gonna work you.
when we go to
I'm gonna work you,
Dallas.
Ebony. Yeah, I'm gonna work you when you get to Dallas.
Right. And even like the way you inspired, like when you made that blanket, and I
Oh God, yes, the blankets.
yeah, and then one of my home care patients that I had, he has MS, and he's very positive like you. I mean, extremely positive, but he's very late in his stages of MS, and so he requires complete 24-hour care, but his mind is still there.
Yeah.
Even with everything, he's always so positive. So I would love every time I would go see him, it was always like he was one of my favorite patients, because he would always be so uplifting. And I just remember telling him about you. And when I bought him that blanket, he was just in tears, and he was so happy. And he just was like, she made this herself. And then he said her hands still work. And he said, yeah, he that like stood out to him, because he used to play the piano and he didn't use his hands anymore. And so he said, what a blessing that she's using her gifts to make other people happy. And he's like, make sure you let her know how much this blanket really means to me. And every time I would go over there, he had it laid across his bed. And
Oh, I wish I could lay my blanket across the bed, Ebony.
Don't even.
Ebony, I'm gonna dig out CJ's blanket that you made for him.
Right.
And lay it across my
CJ
damn
got a
bed.
blanket too?
But that was before we found out she had
that
MS.
you made, Ebony.
Wait a minute. I don't have no blanket.
I don't have one either. CJ has a blanket. Let me be
Morgan
clear.
has
Selena
a
don't have a
blanket that
blanket.
Ebony made for
Hold up, Ebony. Hold up, Ebony.
I
Now you can make Pup
did.
one.
I know it's all up out of order.
So
CJ, it was my baby shower gift. Give her a break for me.
that's what Ebony
Wait a
gave
minute.
me. I still got
Hold up. So she wait a minute. So she done had 10 years and I still ain't got no blanket.
She didn't have MS. We didn't know she had MS when my blanket was
Born
made.
before CJ.
Wait, she
CJ's 13.
I was born before CJ.
I'm just
but you
saying,
been
but she
making
wasn't
blankets
knitting
for a
in.
long time. Or was it your mom that made the blanket?
Don't try and cover for her.
It could be
I know.
either or.
It was either you or Rochelle that made that blanket for Ebony or for Morgan.
I don't remember. It could have been me or it could have been her.
Ebony made mine for
Or it
sure.
could have
I
been
remember
me.
because I remember her patching it up
Not you.
or putting it together.
Bitch, I
Let me
made the
backtrack. Can I
blanket.
backtrack
Remember
a
we
second?
made what you call it,
Wait.
twin stay blanket?
Selena talking. You over here trying to get
Well, no,
credit
go
for
ahead, because I
your
was getting ready to change the subject real quick because I had a thought. What'd you say, Monica?
I don't know. What's your thought?
Okay, so
I was just thinking about the MS walk when Ebony couldn't finish the walk and you carried Ebony on your back.
yes.
Well, I have muscles then.
But that was a good memory for me. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good one for me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
walk.
'cause I'm
That
like,
was
you know,
my
you
favorite
wasn't
walk.
afraid to ask for help in that moment, and we had a really good time doing that. And I can't wait. Are we gonna be able to do it this year?
They still
Not
doing
with the
virtual.
Rona. Yeah, not with the Rona.
Yeah.
I think, but Ebony, let me what Sharon was saying in regards to her client. I got a set of twin sisters, and one was born with MS, and she's bedridden. And so when I, just look at how different that disease, the diagnosis is for everybody, and just watching you, was that a fart?
No, that's
What was that?
I stay
Where's
on
Monica
my
at?
apartment's on the street. So whatever
Oh,
noise
like,
happens,
Oh my gosh, that is so loud.
I
right.
know,
I thought
right?
it was a heart. I'm like, damn, Ebby.
It did sound like a fart. I bet it was.
She
The
tried to
lady
play
that
it
went
off
on
and
the
look
toilet-
away from the camera like it wasn't her.
She was trying to deflect. She
Right.
lifted, you see her
She
shoulder
like-
lift up? She lifted her cheek up.
But anyway, yeah, these two sisters, they're twins and one takes care of the other one, but she's so smart. She graduated like in the top 5% of her class. She just, Hoyer left, and you just see how that disease has just taken a hold of her. But she's never really had any movement or whatever. She really, went to school, but that, from the time she graduated has been in the bed. But just to see you out here just killing it on a daily basis is, phenomenal. So, give yourself a pat on the back every day you get up, and you can, keep moving, and, it's one day at a time, but you killing it. And I hope that's a motivation for others with MS.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is one day at a time. Some days I'll be like, oh, hell yeah, this is
I
it.
got
And other
this.
days I'll be like, what the?
Right, what is happening right now?
Like, why?
Right. But
Yes.
you don't let it get you down. And like I said, I think your mindset is, mind over matter. And I think really believe that you have come as far as you can come because of your mentality and how you just not letting it just stop you. A lot of people get stuck in that rut, like why me, and yada yada yada. And I've never seen you not one time have a moment like that. You might do it behind closed doors. I haven't seen it.
I'm not a really big why me person. I think it sucks, but it is what it is. I mean, I feel like realistically in life, everybody has something that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
Monica, it's your back. That's something you've been going through for years. It's something you're always going to have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about everybody else. I'm not trying to put y'all out there
You
like
put
that.
me out there. I mean, I don't have problems. I remember when Nia got, when I found out being pregnant with Nia and her having Down syndrome, asking myself why me, and not wanting to talk about her disability for a long time. But things happen to us for a reason. And sometimes it's to inspire others, it's to help others.
Yeah.
And I think that, might be your calling, possibly.
Yeah, I just don't know how I'm gonna do that yet.
By doing
Just
We
something
the
can
way
figure
you
that out.
live.
You
right.
said what?
Just
Monica?
the way you live.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, because I don't know if I can do anything else. I'm a little too different.
No,
But
look-
your
look
differentness
how-
You're
stands you out.
special.
Right. I mean, look at when you were raising money to get your A-linker. Am I saying it right? A-linker.
You're the
I
only
say
one who
A-linker, so
said
just
right.
keep on
Your
saying it.
A-linker bike.
It's an
so
ankle linker.
And
Look,
later.
look how quick. Didn't you raise all the money in like a day?
Yeah.
No,
like
no,
24
It was a
hours.
week. It was a
Jeez.
week.
But even with that, look how many people love you and supported
And
you.
support you.
Happy
And then
to
people
just-
was mad because they didn't even get a chance to
Right.
donate.
I mean, but just think about like how some people were on that same journey and didn't have enough support around them,
Yep.
which is
Yeah.
sad. That makes me
Yeah, because
sad.
you love. I hope you realize how that just shows you how much you love.
Right.
I do know I am loved. I do know that. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I don't know what I would do without y'all. So, and not just, of course, other people that love me, but without y'all, like we always say it all the time that, people are like, oh, you're soulmate, you're soulmate. I'm like, y'all are my soulmates. Like, period.
Right.
We
I'll
faithful.
eventually get
Y'all my
married.
booze.
Faithful.
We
Loyal.
married to each other.
We
Chris
loyal.
came in here. I'm like, get out. I'm on on the group chat with my other husbands.
Like,
I'll say this though,
damn,
Ebony, I had a
married.
thought. I had a thought
What?
though. I think you should take your talents to YouTube.
We
Okay.
talked about that.
About what? What we gonna do on YouTube?
You having a
What you
YouTube
gonna do
channel.
on YouTube? I think you
Yeah,
need to
bring
record
her in it.
yourself and vlog yourself. And I think it's so inspiring for those people that can't get out of the bed to just watch somebody doing this every day and
Right.
still getting up and still being positive and still making shit happen. And still, you know how many views you would get. I mean,
We
it
just
ain't
talked
even about
about
the
her
views,
having
it's
a
just how many
YouTube
people you
channel.
can reach. Let me say it that way. How many people you can reach.
Yeah.
I think it's just inspiring. You can tap into more people. A lot of people don't read like they used to. I read, but a lot of people don't. And you got a lot of young people that might have MS that aren't, they're more social media oriented. And so I think you doing the reels on Instagram and continuing to post your gym journeys and small accomplishments and milestones and YouTube and putting this shit together. Chandler can show you how to put that shit together. She's great at it. But I think your next fundraiser should be for a camera so you can YouTube your journeys.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
That's a thought. That's definitely a thought. I would like it because y'all know I like to talk. So
Even just all of this stuff that you the only person that I know that can make Toledo look beautiful from
You ain't never lied. I'm like, where is this hoe at
Hating
now?
on Toledo.
I ain't never seen this shit.
She be catfishing Toledo.
Don't be
like,
hating on
for
Toledo.
real.
Not catfish is right. Like that shit don't look like that on Detroit.
Like she be
Down
taking
at
these
Belle
He be
Isle.
city fishing.
right, and you just be looking like damn, this Toledo.
Right.
She
Where
make
did you
that
find
water
this
not
creek?
brown. That water's
hating on my
brown.
city. This my
Like you the only person that can make the damn graffiti on the side of the fucking Taco Bell look like a damn band
Artwork.
painting.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna say this. Let me backtrack a second because we were talking about how life is short. I just think we should try to get together once a quarter.
Well, we are in May.
We are in May, but we need to do it at least once a quarter because life is short. We are getting older, and me especially. I tend to go missing in action. I know that's something I got to work on, but I love y'all. I don't ever want y'all to think that I don't. Sometimes I just get comfortable in by myselfness. And I got to get better with that. But I love y'all, and I don't want y'all to ever think it's anything other than that, because it's not. It's just, sometimes I just go incognito. I gotta work on it.
we all do.
Yeah, you
though.
need to work on that.
yeah.
I do.
We all do. I mean, we all just get caught up in our,
Our day to day.
right. It's just a dawning, and it doesn't mean.
Yeah,
that-
Sharon, you do too.
I know.
Oh, is she calling you out?
I know,
You call
right?
both of us out,
I'm
Sharon.
just kidding.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Right. I mean, we do, but we've been trying to get better at it.
Like I'm looking forward to this weekend. I'm looking forward for Monica. Are you coming?
You just gonna call me out, right?
I
Yeah,
am
we
calling you
calling
out,
you
but you've been calling everybody out all day. Calling you
Right.
out. You coming to Columbus?
No,
I'm trying.
she ain't.
I'm coming.
We'll save that little tidbit. for
Ebony, the
after
one
this.
ain't coming.
Ebony, you can stop recording.
y'all hear
You might
her
want to
on
stop
the
recording
video
now.
recording and saying that she's
Okay.
coming.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh yeah, do your
Yeah.
summation. So
Okay. Okay. So thank you,
we can
everyone.
talk about boys.
Wait, let her hit her conclusion so we can finish. We
And
can
then
cuss
need to
Monica
make
out
sure
real
that
quick.
how do we have to make sure that recording's actually stopped and once we
It's
start.
not. It's still going. So I'm telling y'all right now. The
trying to
recording is
conclude.
still.
See that
Oh.
little red button at the top, Delaney? It says recording.
So
Oh.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
no. Be careful.
Let her
what
get
y'all
her
say. I think they got to know it's a little much right now. So I just want to thank y'all so much for coming on here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you.
I'm about to hit this. I'm
lifting
sorry.
me, believing in me and seeing the best in me, even when I know I am not always my best. And for loving me and supporting me. Thank you everyone for watching this. Hope you got something out of it. If you didn't, I don't really care then either, because it was fun hanging with my girls and we talking junk to each other.
Hello.
But I do still hope you got something out of it. And if you have someone in your life who does have an illness, a disease, or disorder, maybe have this come to Jesus moment with them a lot sooner than we did. I mean, like I have had MS for 11 years that I know of, 9 years diagnosed. And this is our first time having our moment where we're actually really talking about it and really expressing how we feel. So if you have someone in your family or a friend or whoever you know, I recommend you do this. It was actually very healing and great. And it was good to see all my loves here in one place because we rarely get to do this, you know? So thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me. I'm gonna have this up, and if you would like, leave a comment, email, whatever you want to do. Thank you. Kim, stop recording, ladies.